Welcome to the show, Kletus Roadside Service. Sorry, let me get my fucking microphone fucking in a better spot. There we go. Today is Wednesday. I think. I think it's Wednesday. The 17th. We are rolling out of the yard right now. I'm just so fucking excited. I just had to call you guys. Well, I didn't call you. I had to pick up this fucking mic and start talking. I'm so fucking excited. I was getting a little bit upset that things weren't working out still. You know, the taillights on the Jeep and not getting my wheels and not mowing my grass and all kinds of other problems I was having. Those were the main ones. Yesterday was very, very successful. I really didn't want to do another run, and turns out they weren't going to have me do another run, whether I had time or not. They weren't going to have me do it. They were like, "Yeah, just come back to the yard. You can go home." So that's exactly what I did. I got back to the yard, hopped on the old DR 650, and got the hell out of there, and ran home. And as soon as I get home, my neighbor is out there fixing my air conditioning. What a guy, you know. We paid him, you know, probably what his normal rate would be. I don't know. It's like $250 for a recharge. I don't know if that's expensive or not. But he went through and checked everything out and cleaned some stuff up, made sure everything was running good, and he said, "Yeah, 250." I said, "All right, here you go. Whatever. Well, I don't give a shit how much it costs at this point. So they just make sure I got fucking air conditioning." So we were low on Freon. He said that's what's probably freezing it up. He's like, "Oh, I'll recharge you up." And that's good. That's real good. So then, after I talked to him, parked the bike, and I went in and I gathered up the entire family. I was just gonna go by myself, but I gathered up the entire family, and I said, "Let's go get my fucking wheels." So we went over to the FedEx facility. It wasn't too far away. My wife selected it, so I guess it was. I couldn't see it, but she knew where it was. I didn't. Every time I typed in the tracking number, I couldn't fucking see goddamn nothing. But I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. All right, let's go this way then. Let's just do a U-turn and act like we didn't go the wrong fucking way. How about how about that? Normally I wouldn't do a U-turn. I'd just say, "Fuck it." All roads lead to where I'm going, you know. But this is gonna be better. I'm always used to going left, and I never go right, and I should have gone right, and I went left. Here we go. Anyways, I gathered up the entire family because they all wanted to go. They all wanted to get out of that hot house and wait for it to, charge up or whatever. So we all hopped in my wife's old Ford Escape, ran over to the FedEx. Bing, bang, boom, they had it right there. I got my package. I said, "Whoa, this is all, things are going smooth." So grabbed the package, went home, immediately opened it up because I wanted to see what the fuck was in there. I didn't know I was going to get my own hub. Well, I guess I did, kind of. Some of those wheels that you buy, they want you to just reuse your old hub. And that's kind of what I planned on doing, but it came with a new hub. I didn't realize that. Maybe I did. Maybe I got a couple of the different wheels confused. I shouldn't be confused on what I decided to hit purchase on, but whatever. It came with a hub, so it's either a bonus or who gives a fuck. I got the hub. I have new sprockets sitting there at the house, so I got a new chain, new sprockets, and they came as a kit, so I know they all will mesh well together. And then I looked at the wheels. Oh man, they're looking good. Now they are silver spoked. I didn't realize they were silver spoked from the pictures. Maybe I didn't look at the pictures hard enough, I guess. But I thought they were going to be completely black. But who gives a fuck? You know, silver spoked. Who gives a shit? They look good. They're brand new. But they have the black outer rim, and they look fucking nice. I can't see the fucking stoplight. I don't know what. I'm sorry, everybody back there. I'm new driver here, figuring shit out. I can't see the stoplight. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Uh, yeah, I opened it up. They look fucking nice. The tires don't have air in them, but that's probably for packaging purposes, which is perfectly fine. But the tires are mounted on there. Everything is great. You know, let me complain a little bit. I didn't get a fucking sticker. You know, who in the fuck sells supermoto wheels and doesn't give you a fucking sticker? You know, what the hell is that about? I've been collecting a bunch of stickers over the last year, or even more, maybe. I don't know. I have on the concrete wall in my garage next to my toolbox. I have a bunch of fucking stickers lined up that I'm keeping away from the children, you know, because they're gonna put that shit on everything. I got all the stickers kind of put up and out of the way, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get me a KKE sticker, and I didn't, but that's fine. Whatever. Where am I going to put the stickers? I don't know. I'm just collecting them. One day I will put them somewhere. I thought about getting a toolbox for the back of the Jeep and then just filling that toolbox up with stickers, because that'd look pretty fucking nice. Brand new toolbox, brand new stickers everywhere. That'd be cool. I really don't want to put stickers all over my Jeep. I'm not that type of guy. Um, But anyways, not these stickers at least. I don't know what I want to do with the Jeep, but yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't done anything. Got the wheels. They pulled them out. They look fucking badass. And then I said, all right, it's time to work on the Jeep. So go to the Jeep, and I immediately open up the rear hatch and pull off that rear panel. And I remember that there was a plug. I thought it went to a speaker. I don't know what the fuck it went to. But I remember whenever I was wiring everything else up, there was a plug back there that was unplugged. It was right next to each other. I was like, oh, that should be plugged in. And I plugged it in. And I don't know if that's where my problem started. I'm not sure. But I knew that I wanted to unplug that, because everything worked fine before I plugged that in. Unplug that. Cool. We're good. Went through. I re-grounded my backup camera because it was just behind a bolt that held the taillight on. I said I want that to be its own ground. So got a self tapper, made myself a ground right there behind the taillight onto the body, and that's good. And then I went into under the dash, and I went through every single fuse and pulled out all the ones that were blown up. And on my fuse box, it tells you what size fuse goes in every spot, which I think most fuse boxes do that. But I had a couple of fuses that didn't match up to what I wanted, so I went through. I found all the fuses that I have, or the big variety of fuses I have, are those micro fuses or whatever. So and these are the regular type fuses, plastic fuses or whatever. So I went through my old square body wiring harness fuse box had those regular blade type fuses, which was kind of weird because in '78 all the fuses were like those glass fuses. Because I had a '78 and I remember constantly going through glass fuses. And this is a '79. I imagine that's the stock. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. Anyways, Robbed all those fuses out of that because that thing's basically in the trash. I hold on to shit, and this is why I do that. Never know what you're gonna need. So grabbed all them fuses. I was able to go through, replace all the blown fuses. There was only a few blown fuses, and I think a couple of them had been blown for a while. I never ran into anything that didn't work. You know, replaced all them fuses, got the correct fuses in, except for one. I didn't have a 20, so I put a 25, and I didn't have a 15, so I put a, I don't know what I put there. Anyway, I don't know. Everything should be fine. If it's gonna blow a 25, or no, I didn't have a 25, so I put a 30, and then I didn't have a 20, so I put a 25, something like that. I don't know what I did, but we're good. All the fuses are in there. I go back there. I have taillights. I'm like, well, they were blowing before, so I pull the radio out and I just make sure all the wiring for the radio, nothing is exposed. The only thing I remember was whenever I was doing the ground, I cut the main ground to the radio, and I wanted to splice in my brake sensor light there. And when I did that, there was another ground little wire that I nicked a little bit, but I looked at it and it looked fine. And having a ground, I guess having a ground getting in contact with a hot wire would actually not be a good idea. But everything's fine. Everything works. I did have a tail or a blinker on the passenger side rear tail light that was not working. And I was like, what the fuck? Dude, like this, I've been working on this. Why are you? What's going on here? It told me to go that way. Why are you telling me to go that way? I need to go 35 south. I think it was going to take me that way is a little bit faster, I guess. Same fucking road. It takes you the same fucking place. This one actually spits me out in a better lane. You better speed the fuck up, car. Oh, you don't want over. Why do people do that? They take an on ramp just to take the next off ramp when the road just goes right through. Like, what are you doing? So after replacing the fuses and redoing the ground and unplugging the wire, I don't know, but I turned on the headlights. All the lights come on. None of them are dim. Everything is working. After I fucked with that light plug, I got my blinker back. I think I need to go through and try to get new little headlight things because there's other ones that I've been having issues with too. They're just old, and the ground wire to those lights is like loose inside of the connector. So, and I don't know what to do about that. I guess I could try to drip some solder in there. I don't know, but I just said fuck it. It works. We're gonna go ahead and call it good. Get the fuck out of there. And then took the Jeep for a test drive. I just wanted the lights on. I wanted to use the blinker. Well, I mean, I was doing that in the driveway, but I wanted to drive it around. It also been sitting and with the battery with the key forward for a while, so I wanted to fire it up, get that alternator excited and running around, make sure I wasn't going to drain anything too much. Then I came back and I said, all right, I got my brake bleeder kit. I got my little self bleeder kit with the little hoses, the little jug, and the little magnet and everything. And I go around. I'm like, I need to bleed these brakes because it feels like you have to push the pedal so far before they engage. and then you have to push really fucking hard if you have to stop. And so I re-bled everything, and everything seemed fine. They said if there's air bubbles in the tube, you got to redo it, and not one of my fucking wheels had air bubbles in it. So I'm guessing everything was bled properly. The reservoir was full. Everything checked out during the brake bleed, but I drove it around, and yeah, the brakes are acting exactly the same, but they work. So I don't know. I went in reverse and I slammed on the brakes a few times because I know that the rear drum brakes, that's how they tighten themselves, is going in reverse, is what I was told, and slamming on the brakes, and it will actually wind up that thing. I probably need to take the rear wheels off and get the drums off and go and clean everything up to make sure everything is working properly, and make sure I even have pads back there. But I know I have pads back there because if you do slam on the brakes like really hard, you'll drag the rear tires. There's no ABS on the Jeep, so it's pretty fucking simple. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really light out back. There's nothing back there. Well, I guess my back hatch is kind of full of shit right now, but still, that's lighter than an engine and a fat dude sitting in front. So got I got everything to work on the Jeep. The backup camera still works, the radio, and then I checked everything except for the dash lights. I totally forgot about checking my illumination for my lights on my dash. So, anyways, and then I went inside. I made the kids fresh squeezed lemonade with an orange. We got a little citrus squeezer. I broke it. It's brand new. I broke it. But a little citrus squeezer. I bought a bunch of lemons and oranges on the last grocery run. So I was using this little squeezer, and I squeezed 2 lemons and 1 orange into a pitcher. I was only making 1 or 2 cups. So we have 8 lemons and 4 oranges, and I was like, that's a perfect ratio to make some of the best fucking lemonade you've ever had in your goddamn life. And yeah, I made it. I made 1 small cup for both children. I probably needed to add more water to them, and it would have made more. But hey, they loved it. Dumped a couple of tablespoons worth of sugar in there and stirred it around just to knock down the tartness. And yeah, I don't know. It was good. I took a couple sips. I just let the kids drink it all. They both drank it all. They loved it. So I was like, cool. Got fresh squeezed lemonade. I need to get one of those fruit squeezers with the handle. I think that'd be really fucking cool. I would love to be able to make homemade lemonade like every day. Whenever I worked for the kettle corn place, we used to make fresh squeezed lemonade, and I really enjoyed being on lemonade. But I need to figure out the right ratio to sugar water, and I didn't do that. And then even my mom, she grows mint out in her garden, and I was like, "Ooh, that would be fucking badass." Grab a couple fresh little leaves of mint, throw it in there. I think that would be like a mint orange lemonade, fresh squeezed. That sounds fucking delicious to me. I don't know about you. Sounds refreshing, what it does. But yeah, so yesterday I feel very accomplished. I got everything done that I wanted to get done. Um, things are badass yesterday. My wife made tacos. I went in. I made me a big quesadilla with a lot of fucking butter. Oh, it was good. Usually I mix up I chop up jalapenos and sour cream, and then use jalapeno juice to kind of thin it out a little bit, and then make it into like a dip, and it's usually and they use slap your mama Cajun seasoning to spice it up a little bit. And oh man, I didn't make the dip this time, but I was just trying to eat something quickly and go to bed. And I did. I went in, got cleaned up, and went to bed. I was laying there for a little bit, and then the wife came in, and then both kids came in. My son was saying he had the worst day of his life yesterday because he woke up, he couldn't find his tennis shoes. So I don't know what he ended up wearing to school, but he was very upset about what he had to wear. And then his friend was like tilting on his chair, and his friend was like, "Hey Levi, watch this," and he was showing him how he was tilting on his chair. And then so Levi, my boy, he started doing the same thing, and his friend got upset at him. Said "You're annoying. You're copying me. You're not my friend anymore." And it just devastated my boy. He's like, "My best friend doesn't want to be my friend anymore at school." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, buddy, come here." I said, "You know what? You need to go in there and tell him he don't tell you what the fuck to do. He ain't your fucking daddy. He ain't your boss." And then I tickle him and love on him, and I'm like, "Fuck that dude. You should go punch him right in the face." I didn't. But I said, "Dude, don't worry about it. You're a cool ass dude. Don't worry about anybody else. If they want to call you annoying," I was like, maybe he was having a bad day. Tomorrow, I bet you guys will be best friends again, and everything will be just fine. And then we had like a tickle party in the bed, which was just as a family, you got to have more of those. I was in there trying to. I was like, I need to wind down, laying on my belly, watching my phone, and then everybody floods in, and I was a little bit like, "Can y'all leave me alone?" But once we got in there, and I'm hugging on them, and my wife is there, and she's tickling him. She's got a monster hand. I got a monster hand. The dogs jump in the bed, and it was just like a really wholesome moment yesterday. My kids are having a good day now. I'm having a good day. Then I kicked them all out of the bedroom. I said, y'all gotta get out of here. I'm trying to go to sleep here." So I laid there and played on my phone for a lot longer. And then eventually the Sandman came and took me away. And you won't believe what kind of dreams I was having all night. I don't know if it was all night, but I know like this morning I woke up at 2. My wife kept waking me up to get me out of bed or whatever. And I was like, every time she would wake me up and I'd go back to sleep, I was having dreams that I couldn't get my fucking taillights to work again. Like I got up from bed, I went outside, and I got in my Jeep, and the fucking taillights still weren't working. And I kept trying, and as soon as I was like getting ready to fix it, she would wake me up again. And I was like getting angry. I was like, "Hey, stop waking me up." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I almost have my fucking taillights fixed." I was like, "Every time you wake me up, I'm so close to getting my taillights fixed." She's like, "You fixed them yesterday. Get the fuck out of bed." I'm like, "Oh, all right. I'm dreaming. Okay." But man, I was having vivid dreams of me going out there, and I'm like, "Fuck are these taillights?" And I'm back there. I got the taillights all taken apart. And I'm like, "Fucking work! What is going on here?" So when I did go out there, I was like, "Please fucking work. Please, please, for the life of me, let the taillights work for me." And they did. They worked great. Everything worked fine this morning. Everything worked. Drove into work. Everything is cool with it, you know. The only thing not cool with the Jeep is the gas mileage. Yesterday, I put gas in the Jeep. I just drove it from my house to the gas station and then back to the house. And I was testing the brakes the whole time too with my daughter. She wanted to ride with me. And I reset the trip last time I fueled up. And last time I fueled up was like $50, and it was like $50 this time. And my trip meter says 178 miles, and it's actually less than that because I drove all the way to work before I realized I didn't reset the trip. So I'm like, oh no, dude, I'm getting like 200 miles to a tank. So I don't know what that equates to. It's like $2.50 a mile. Am I getting a mile a gallon? I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I mean, I will figure it out. I haven't sat down with a calculator. But I'm like, oh shit, this is not good. I'm spending $50 and I'm driving 200 miles. So that's like not good, and not good gas mileage. That's for sure. So I'm gonna do my best to drive without air conditioning because I think that really does pull it down quite a bit. So I'm gonna try to drive without AC on this tank of fuel and see if that helps out enough. Now the problem with that is I don't mind driving around with no AC. I've done it forever. The only car that I had that had good AC was all the way up until I met my wife and got my 2006 GMC Sierra. But I guess my Suburban had good AC too. But it was so fucking big. You know, all the cold air would go to the back of the fucking truck. That's what it seemed like. Um, so that truck had AC. My 2006 Jeep Sierra had AC, and my Cruise had AC for a little while. But those are the only vehicles I can remember that had good working air conditioning. And this Jeep has great AC. Like it's fucking badass. I'm so glad the guy that owned it before me fixed it. I'm just like, you are a winner. You know, I mean, I don't know. Would I have bought it if it didn't have AC? Probably. I'm dumb. But luckily he went through and he got it all fixed up. So now it's got a good AC. And I ain't got to worry about it. But it does. It has to be using a fuckload more gas when I use air conditioning. I did notice a little bit of a power difference. Usually, if I got the AC on, I'm in overdrive. Like I gotta really keep on that pedal to keep her moving. But this morning, I just opened up my one little wing window that I installed, and she had no problem doing like 80. She was just like, "Yeah, let's go." So I think there is definitely a big difference between running AC and no AC in the old '89 Jeep Cherokee. But whatever, I don't know if it costs me more to drive the thing and be comfortable. I guess it's worth it. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, plans for today. I got to run down here to Wichita, grab a load, bring it back. I don't know if I'm going back or I'm going to landfill. I'm not sure. But either way, come back to Kansas City, and then I got another 1 to 2 trash runs, depending on them and me. So I definitely am going to go to the landfill at some point today, which is perfectly fine. I got like everything done that I wanted to get done. So today, whenever I get off work, I think if I have the energy, which I should, I'm going to pull out the old riding lawnmower, pull it out front, and try to figure out, try to get that reverse cutoff switch turned off and mow the yard. And then once I finish that, I think I'm going to spend the rest of my day in the garage installing my new wheels. I've got everything I need for it. The Jeep is still taken apart. It still needs some work done to it. But I'm like, hey, listen, I've been working on you a lot right now. I got other shit to worry about. Nothing on the Jeep is super pressing at this exact moment. So I'm gonna spend some time mowing the yard and getting the dirt bike put back together. It's not taken apart yet. I really wanted to. Last night, my wife, she saw me taking the wheels out. She's like, "You should really work on other stuff." I'm like, I know, but I want to look at my new wheels. So that's kind of the plan for today. If I get the motorcycle wheels done, cool. If I don't, at least the yard is going to get mowed, and I can, focus on one thing at a time. Because I'll tell you what, going to bed when I went to bed and getting that much sleep was awesome. I'm so glad I've been able to get some sleep this week so far. I'm gonna try to keep it up. It's just going to bed so fucking early. It's ridiculous. And I mean, I laid in bed from probably 6 to 8. I don't know. I think I talked about that earlier. Um, so I don't get time to really play on my phone at all while I'm out here driving around. So, and I do like to be able to sit and play on my phone a little bit. I like to just scroll. I like to look at new shit. I like to get on Marketplace, even though I shouldn't buy anything. I like to get on there and look. It just gives me satisfaction. And I haven't been able to do that. I'm not able to do that at all throughout the day, obviously, because I'm driving. But like with my old job, I would get somewhere and I'd sit for a long fucking time. And I'd have nothing to do but scroll around. This one, it's drive there. You don't get much time, and then you got to turn around and drive on back. And then I've been riding the dirt bike to work, so that's been good. My ride home yesterday was also awesome. I tried to do this new thing, which is like follow the law, and it just doesn't work, man. It still doesn't work. Doing the speed limit, man, I almost get ran over every time I try to just be a good law-abiding citizen on the road. I almost get ran over all the fucking time. They just fly up on you, and it's like I'd rather be flying by them. So fuck it. Yeah, I think today I'm going to call my uncle. He had thought about getting supermoto wheels for his DR. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting some street tires for it. I think it'd be fun to. This fucking seatbelt clip is a piece of shit. Um, to call him up, talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to call my grandpa probably if he's up for it. I don't know. He's still kicking around, and so is the other lady. There are two people. They're slowly dying, which sucks. But just sad. Need to. I've been focusing on me and my shit here the last 2 weeks. I need to go spend some time with some family, maybe go see him at least. Go talk with them, tell them about what I've been doing. Well, at least my grandpa. I mean, definitely my grandpa. My wife, on my wife's side, that lady. Yeah, I know her. I love her. She's a great woman, but yeah, she's far removed. Kind of. That's other people should go spend time with her. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I went over whenever she first came out of the hospital with the cancer diagnosis, and she was bedridden and started chemo and everything. We went over and saw her. And then my grandpa, I've gone over there and saw him a couple of times. But he doesn't, I mean, talking on the phone is one thing, but if you tell him you're coming over, you better fucking come over. He gets pissed if you don't come over. Apparently, it was my brother, that's what I had heard. Like, oh, he was pissed off at him. He showed up an hour late. He's like, I got fucking ready for this fucking guy, and he didn't even show up until an hour later. I think this car is an idiot. And they're going to swerve over here shortly. So I'm all the way in the fast lane. I know you're going to swerve. You're like, oh shit, I don't want to go in the fucking way station. Dumbass. Nobody wants to go in the way station. Not even me. Well, this isn't going to be a bad drive. 2.5 hours. We're rolling. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call it quits today. I said everything, leaving on a good note. Things are happy. Things are good. Adios. Keep all 18 down. We're gonna talk to you later. Bye bye.